Good morning, everybody. How are you? Welcome to another video. My name is Ralli Roots, and we are professional online resellers. So what we do is we buy stuff and then we list it on websites like eBay or Amazon or Depop or Mercari, wherever we want to list stuff to sell the items for profits. That's what we do for a full-time job, and this is our YouTube channel where we kind of document our journey. So thank you guys so much for being here. Please do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button on this video and subscribe to the channel if this is your first time here. So this morning I was sitting, having my coffee, answering some emails, and something occurred to me, right? So we've been on YouTube now for almost 3.5 years. So we've been building our YouTube channel, showing reselling videos, kind of, just showing our journey for 3.5 years. And I was just thinking about, like, when we first started YouTube, why did we start our channel, and what was like the reasoning behind why we even decided to start making YouTube videos? And it occurred to me that, the main reason we started, there was actually a couple reasons, but the two main reasons were, one, to just document what we were doing so we could look back and see, okay, this is where we came from and this is where we are now. And two was to teach, right? So because we were new resellers, and as we grew in our reselling business, we wanted to teach people the tricks that we learned to make more sales, what to buy, what not to buy, the mistakes that we made, just everything to do with how to be a successful reseller. And that is the core of this YouTube channel, is how to buy stuff and sell stuff online. And recently, to be honest with you, and sometimes you have to sit back and just be honest with yourself. Some of the videos that we made and some of the things that we've been doing on the YouTube channel, we've kind of like lost our roots, pun intended, on certain things. Not on everything, obviously. We still try to put out as much helpful content as we can, but the heart of this channel is a teaching channel, and I think that I really want to get back into that. It's something that I like the most. Nothing makes me happier than when we get messages saying, thank you for teaching me this, I implemented it, and it's helped out my business, it's helped out my family, we've made more money. That's what this channel is about, and I want to try to start getting back into that. So for those of you who have been on this channel for a while, who have been subscribed to us for a while, thank you for still being here. We really appreciate you guys, and hopefully you enjoy some of the older type of content that we used to put out. So that being said, guys and girls, in today's video, very simply, I'm just going to jump over to our personal public eBay store. The store is called The Hip Lion. If you ever want to go check it out, that's the store that we keep public. Everybody can go and see it, see our sales, see what we're selling, how we sell it. You can see our feedback. You can see everything you want to see. That's our public eBay store, The Hip Lion. So I'm going to jump over to my laptop and screen share. I think I pulled up 5 sales over the weekend. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different sales that I'm going to share with you. And we're just going to talk about like how we list stuff on eBay. We've been doing this for quite a while. Even before we started doing YouTube, we were already successful at selling on eBay. But we have learned different little tricks of the trade that make selling on eBay easier, and allow us to get more sales and more money for items on eBay. So I'm just going to show you these items. We can talk about like the titles and how we SEO it, and just look at the listings and kind of walk you through why these items sold, and how we list stuff. And hopefully this kind of helps you out in your own eBay stores. Or if you don't have a store in your own eBay listings, maybe there's little things you can pick up that'll help improve what you're doing as well. So again, guys, let's jump over to my computer and let's get to learning. All right, guys and girls, so the first item that I'm going to show you is this vintage ACCDC shirt. Obviously, you guys know that during quarantine, we've been heavily focused on vintage t-shirts, mainly because we have the connections to get a lot of those t-shirts in, and it's been an easy way for us to get inventory. While thrift stores have been closed, that's been our focus. So we have been selling quite a few vintage t-shirts. A lot of them we wholesale on, but some of them we do list on our eBay store as well. And this is one of those t-shirts. So this is an ACCDC Heatseeker tour t-shirt from 1988. Pretty desirable t-shirts. The first thing that you'll notice is that our background isn't white on this particular item, and the reason being for that is because it's a white t-shirt. It would just blend straight into the background. So that's a question we get all the time. Most of the stuff that we list, when we list it, it goes on a white background. But when we have light colored items, sometimes we will list it on a different background. Typically it's a black background, but in this one we went with that, vintage store Depop type look, and we took a picture on turf. We still take square pictures, so there's another tip. Take your pictures in 1:1 aspect ratio, so square pictures. That's what eBay and Google like. So we did that, and then this was literally just 4 pictures. 4 pictures is the minimum that we would recommend for SEO purposes. It's better to load up your listing with as many pictures as you can, but 4 would be the minimum. So we did 4. We did a picture of the whole t-shirt, a picture of the graphic, a picture of the back of it, and then a picture of the tag as well. So the way that we list items, and you can see this is our account here, the hip line. The way that we list items, you can look at the title first, ACDC. So first is the band, right? We want people to know what the band of the t-shirt is if they're looking for ACDC shirts as far as SEO goes, and SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. It's how it's optimized on eBay. The title is the most important thing. So the first thing you see is the band name, ACDC, and then what is the content of the shirt? So it's Heat Seeker Tour. So it's a Heat Seeker men's graphic t-shirt, white red cotton shirt from 1988. It is vintage and it's a size large. So a couple more things with the title. You want to try to use up as many characters as you can. So try to fill up the title with legitimate like keywords around what you're listing. You also never want to use like all caps in your title unless you can see the first part of this says ACDC, that is in all caps, unless the band name or the brand or something like that is in all caps, brand or name or something like that. Other than that, you just want to capitalize the first letter of each word is fine. And then you don't want to do stuff like put in emojis or put in like special symbols or just, you know, crowd your title with keywords that aren't relevant to your item. That's definitely something that you don't want to do. So there's our title. Obviously condition is pre-owned. We did charge shipping on this one, $6 shipping. With a t-shirt, it's going to go first class mail, so it'll cost us around probably $4 to $5 to ship, depending on where it's going. We do free returns on pretty much everything that we list. You don't have to do that. It's just the way that our business is structured. We get very few returns. Our return rate on this store is, I believe, less than 4%. So of every 100 items that we sell, only 4 are coming back. And we do eat the return shipping cost when the items come back. But we get, for us anyway, we get more sales because we have free returns on. And then again, after the title, the other most important thing when it comes to a listing is the item specifics. So you want to try to put in as many of these item specifics as you can. Obviously, if you don't know what the item specific is, you can leave it blank. Or for example, like there is no UPC code for this item, so it does not apply. But if you know the other details around the item, sometimes people search for certain things and the item specifics are your keywords for the item. So you have to look at it like, if I don't have ACDC as the brand and someone goes and is browsing through different bands or different brands or whatever, and you don't have that as an item specific, sometimes your item won't show up on eBay. So you want to make sure that you try to incorporate as many item specifics as you can. As far as the description of the item, that's where you actually don't have to get into crazy detail. Even like on this one here, the only reason why there is this amount of detail is because this item was listed with an external app that we use, Sellhound, and they fill out all this information for us, right? So typically when we list something ourselves, all we're really putting in is like the title of the listing again, the size chart, and then, a short description. We don't go and like tell a whole story about the item. It really doesn't help out. It really doesn't help out selling the item in my opinion. Way more important is the title and the item specifics than the description. Shipping and handling, we use the global shipping program, especially on something like a vintage t-shirt. A lot of the time the vintage t-shirts go overseas and global shipping makes it really easy for us. We just ship to one location in the US and then the global shipping handles the rest of it to the customer. You can do external international shipping yourself too. You don't have to use the global shipping program. We just like it. It's easier for our business to keep it on. So that's how we list items. Hopefully that like kind of shows you how we list vintage t-shirts, I guess. Sometimes it's not going to be a white background. We make sure our titles are optimized the right way. And this item sold. We had it listed for $229.99 plus $6 shipping. And this particular t-shirt ended up selling on a best offer. So that's another thing. We like to put on best offers on our listing so people can send us offers. So this particular t-shirt sold for $200 plus shipping. So there's the first item. I'm just going to walk you through, like I said, 4 more so you can get an idea of how we're listing. This is a pair of Keen boots. We like to list it as the first shoe side angle of the shoe. We used to list a bit differently. We used to make this picture the main one, but now we like to do just one shoe on the side, and it seems to be working great for us. So again, the title, brand first, then the gender, then the type of boots, all, you know, just the first letter capitalized, and trying to use as much of that title as possible. All the item specifics in there, make sure your size and brand and everything's in there as well. And this pair of Keens also had best offer on it. So it was listed for $60 plus $15 shipping, but we actually ended up taking a best offer on it of $45 plus $15 shipping. So they sold for $60 shipped. Another pair of shoes, also a best offer sale, and you can see this is the old way that we used to list. Now we would list like that, I guess, as the first picture. But either way, I mean, both of them work fine. So, and this pair of shoes, I actually recently just did the full numbers on them, so I'm going to share that with you. So the name of the shoes is Mephisto Shark Fit, Air Relax, brown leather sandals, and these are all good keywords, right? Double strap, man, size 13, all good keywords to put in the title. So we actually bought this pair of shoes from a thrift store for $10, and they sold for $69. And fees on them were $9, shipping $7.50. So our profit on them, so after fees and shipping and all that stuff, our gross profit on them was $42.50. So I thought that was pretty cool. But again, you know, that's how we list items. We list pretty much the same way every single time. And here's an example of like the description that we put in when we're not using like Sellhound to list it for us. It's a very, very basic generic description, just telling a little bit more about our business and putting the title back in there. Another vintage t-shirt and another best offer sale. This one was listed for $145 and we took a best offer on it for $125 plus shipping. So $130 for this one. Again, just 4 pictures. Right, the t-shirt front and back, the date, the tag, and then we put the measurements in the description. We still like to show the measurements as a picture most of the time as well, but if we don't do that, we absolutely make sure that the measurements of the item are in the description of the listing as well. So again, $145 and it sold for $125. That's why best offer is really good to put on your listings as well. And then lastly, guys, I want to show you this last one because wholesale is a big part of our business. Sometimes we buy wholesale stuff like these Chubbies bathing suits. We've sold, if you look at this is the same exact listing. So it's only been one listing. We've sold 285 pairs of these Chubbies bathing suits. So if you do that, right, at an average price of $19.77 times 285, we've done $5,634 worth of sales on this one item, right? Because it's literally one listing with different sizes. People can choose their sizes and they sell on a daily basis for us. And the cool thing about doing something like this is, you know, instead of listing a whole bunch of different things, if you can find something that's multiples of the exact same item, it's one listing, you let it sit out there, the SEO builds up and up and up, people watch it, and it continues to get traffic to the listing, and eventually you start getting a bunch of sales. So there you go, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video. Hopefully you picked up a few little tips and tricks, and hopefully you enjoy us going back to our roots, what we know. This is a teaching channel. So again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Please, if you have any questions or comments, we're pretty responsive in the comment section of the YouTube channel. So please leave a comment and hit the like button and subscribe. Again, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Ralli Roots. Peace out. Really love you guys a lot. Thank you. Bye.